Good morning, students. So, as we have already started array, and in the previous video, I had given you memory address calculation logic. That's very important, children. One question definitely comes in the exam. Today, we'll be focusing on the programming section. So, before starting the program, let me tell you, children, array are user defined data types which are used to store multiple elements. So many elements can be stored, multiple elements in a contiguous memory location. That means memory location will be contiguous. Contiguous means one after another. And the important point you need to remember in case of array is that array store only the similar type of elements. If you have mentioned that the data type is int, that means it will store only integer element. Other element it will not store in that list. Arrays can be of single dimensional, double dimensional. Single dimensional means where only one rows with multiple columns. Whereas double dimensional, also known as matrix or table, you'll be having multiple rows and multiple columns. So children, see here, our first question, design a class matref. So matref is the name of class. Okay. To reverse each element of a matrix, that means see by example you can understand that 72 has been reversed to 27, 371 to 173. That means each elements of array will be reversed. Okay. So some of the members of the class are given like class name is matref, data members or instance variables are given like ARR, the array name, M number of rows, N number of columns. Then member function is given as matref int int n, and that means parameterized constructor, where you can see children m will be like double m and n will be double n. Okay. Then void fill array to enter element in the array, that means we will put the element in the input array. Then int reverse int x, that means we'll pass and will reverse the each element of the array. Then void repmat. Repmat again another function where you get another matrix which will stores the numbers with reversed element. Void so will display, and the details are given like you have to use the concept of constructor. Okay, and define the main functions to create object and call the function accordingly to enable the task. Children, this question is very simple. In fact, already the logic we have did, but here we have to use the concept of array. Only that much is new in this question. Okay, children. So see here. So first of all, we need to write the package name, that is at the top, import java.util.asterisk, then public class matrix. You can use public or you can simply write class matrix as an optional part. Then we'll declare our instance variable like the array names. Okay, ARR, which is of integer type, M and N, that is row and columns. Then we'll write the static scanner x is equal to new static scanner system.in. Now see here, we have mentioned static because this scanner class we are declaring as a static means fixed one, and we can use this one any part of the functions. We don't have to write the scanner class individually in each functions. Once we have declared globally, we can use anywhere. Matrix is the constructor, okay, parameterized, that is nn and mm, so we'll initialize that one and we'll declare our array also with the row that is m and column as the n. Then void fill array, another array. So to insert the array element, we have to run the loops. It is a double dimensional, so we have to write two for loops, first one for rows, second one for columns, and aij there will be using next int. See, we don't have to mention a scanner class over here because already we have used as a static part. Children, that is optional. Okay, this is static part. What I wrote here, static scanner x, this is optional. Even you can mention here, no problem. In that case, in each function you have to mention a scanner, then the object is equal to new scanner system.in. But if you make as static, you can use anywhere. So void fill array understood, children, like how we fill the elements inside the array. Then the int reverse, here we have an integer, that means a return type is there. Int x is the value will be passed here. We took here s0 and c0. If you remember the reverse number logic, the while loop, okay, to take out the digit and reverse, same logic has been used. So while number is not equal to 0, or you can write greater equal to 0, up to you. Number not equal to 0 or greater equal to 0, greater than 0, sorry, number not equal to 0 or greater than 0, anyone. Okay, then to take out the digit, you have to divide the number by 10, remainder will be the digit. That logic is 0 into 10 plus digit, that is s equal to s into 10 plus d means digit, where I mentioned in this program as c. Then decrease the number so that next digit will come out. So ultimately this till the while loop is completing, and at the end of the while loop, when it completes, you get the final reverse one stored in s, so return the s. So children, did you understood this part? Package, okay, the instance variable declaration and static, if you mention, you don't have to write the scanner class in each function, that becomes a global. Then the parameterized constructor, where you need to initialize the data members along with the array. Then void fill array, double dimensional, so two loop, one for row, one for column. Insert the array element, reverse, use the while loop concept, where number greater than 0 or not equal to 0. Concept is that only to take out the digit. Modulus 10, remember, okay, that reminder will be the last digit. Then s is equal to s into 10 plus d, that is digit. Then number decreases so that next digit will come out. And finally, after completing the loop, you get reverse stored in s, so return s. So up to this much is clear, children? So now see, we have another one, that is void rev mat, mat reverse. This is a parameter also. So int I is equal to 0 less than m, this for column, then row, then ij is equal to reverse. See, we are storing in the same location like array 0 0. Will you store there another one, the reverse one. So this reverse, what we are doing, we are passing call by reference technique we are using. We are using, children, call by reference technique. Okay, reference means passing through the object. That's why you can see matrix is the name of class, and the object is created inside the parameter as p. And with the help of this p, we are calling that reverse part. So p dot array ij. So ultimately what we have did in this part is, we have taken the reverse one, we took the reverse one and we stored that in our original one. And finally void so will display, okay, a new line is given, so that like after every row it will go to the new line. Okay, we displayed this one. And slash t is a escape sequence, slash t, this part, this is escape sequence. Tab t stands for tab, that means number of gap will be there. Okay, after displaying one element there will be gap. Then we'll go for the void main. Since we have used the static, so we have to write a static part over here. Create the object, two objects I have created, obj and obj1, one for the both, okay, one for real one, another one for that reverse one. And both I'm passing as a 3 4, that means row 3 column 4, okay, fixing. So object dot fill array called, then we are printing the original one. And again object one dot reverse array, that obj is passed, and we are displaying the reverse one. That means both will be displayed, original as well as reverse part. So children, this part you understood. This is very simple, children. You have one array, there are certain elements. Your work is create a similar array with a reversed number. Okay, each number, each block, each cell is containing some number. That number will be reversed, and exactly the number of row and column will be same. So children, now let us move to another question. See here again, two matrices are said to be equal if they have the same dimension and their corresponding elements are equal. See, matrix A, matrix B, both are same because number of elements are same, row same, column same, element same. Okay, so some data members are given like class name, that is eqmat. M and n is given for row and columns. Okay, and the parameterized constructor read array to read, then int check, it will check. Okay, here also see call by reference concept has been used. Okay, and the void print will be ultimately printing the result. So the question is almost similar to the first one which we did, okay, but little bit changes are there. In that we need to reverse and place. Here we need to check whether both are same or not. So here also children will write the package, then class name. You can write that public part also, that is optional. As I have said you, constructor will initialize it with data members and all. Okay, scanner class also you can give here, no problem children, that is optional part. Then void read array will use scanner class here. See, if you are not mentioning here as static, you have to write here. Then ask the array elements. Okay, up to this much is the input part. Then public int check. Then there are some object, like two object are there, p and q. With this object we need to call, we need to check. P will use for the original one, q will be using for the another one, like a and b. Okay, so p dot aij not equal to, if they are not equal then return 0, if equal then return 1. Okay, finally means if 0 is not returning, then at last it will return 1. 1 means both are same. Okay, 0 means not same. Then we have the print options. We'll be printing here with the t, like the elements of the array will be printed over there. Okay children, now see here public static void mains. Children, you will find in some question it will be mentioned there string args. Okay, this is string arguments. It is also totally optional. Okay, not required. Even you can remove this one, doesn't hamper. Okay, here I am mentioning because in the book and all somewhere you will find this thing, so don't be confused in that. Okay, work is nothing actually, like the Java when we do in the notepad. Okay, not in BlueJ, when we do in the notepad interface, that time string args is must, but here we are following the BlueJ, so not required, optional. So children, see here again we need to write a scanner class. See, two time I wrote in this program because we have not mentioned as static. Okay, so we asked row and columns size, that is a and b. We took different variables we need to take. Two object we are creating, in both we passed ab because same number of row and columns should be there. Both read array elements. Okay, then we'll print first one. Okay, and we'll print the second one. Now we'll check if both return type is 1. If both return type is 1, then we'll say that both are equal, otherwise we'll say both are not equal. So children, what is the important here? Here important was that we need to check and check for the return type. Okay, whether the return type is 1 or not. If the return type is 1, we can say that both arrays are equal, or else we can say both arrays are not equal. So children, you understood like what kind of question comes in the board examinations. Okay, these are the questions of board.